Okay, so I'm starting a new small series just called Tai Chi Healing and Fighting, or Healing and Self-Defense, just to show that the healing art and the self-defense art, there's no difference between the two. First of all, I want to give you something that I have great benefit from, and also that I found great benefit with, and so did Ben at his class. Oh, here he is, here. Standing right in front of me. Ben teaches basically, he has some young people coming, but you know, mostly they're older folk, and quite often I'm roped in to take his classes for him. When he has to go and do some piano for the choir or something, I have to go and teach a total beginner's class, which is interesting. And so the last class I was there, I simply, at the end of it, I simply gave them the snake creeps down. And of course, that is what is the most difficult posture that you can do, especially for a beginner. Snake creeps, well, that one, yeah. But snake creeps down is always the most difficult. So the rule is, take the most difficult movement and do it. That's the rule. If you find that you can just drop straight down and the snake creeps down, put your bum on the ground, just stand there, you're too stretched. I used to have a chap come to my class. He was a great yoga teacher in Sydney, and he could literally stand there and scratch your head with his big toe, just go, But he had absolutely no power in his kicks whatsoever, because his tendons were just like this. Your tendons need to be flexible and stretchy. They don't need to be like a piece of string. They need to be like an elastic band. So that when you go down into your snake creeps down posture, remind me to talk about why it's called snake. When you go down into your snake creeps down posture, you should feel something. It should be a little difficult. Now, for beginners, and especially for these older people we teach, it was greatly difficult, but they persevered with it. And some of them could only literally just get to there. And that's how Yang Chi Fu used to do it, by the way, in his old, you know, when he was that big, he could only go to there. Had he persisted and done it the way it should be done, he probably wouldn't have died young. So they persisted in doing this, and they were beaming. I thought, what's happening here? You know, they're going, wow. And all sorts of things are happening to them. All sorts of healing things are happening to them from doing this. And then it's because snake creeps down works upon your life force. It works upon all the life force meridians, kidneys, liver, spleen, stretches it, which then works its way through the whole body. So there are two main, if someone asks me what are the two main postures in Tai Chi, I'll say there's one for an energy level, which is the greatest balancing Qigong you can possibly do. So that's at an energy level. The next one is at a physical level. Both have little bits of each in them, but for the most part, the other one is for the physicalness and healing your body physically. That one is snake creeps down. It is the utmost amazing Qigong. I'll often, when we go for a walk, we always try to go for a walk each day, right up the top of the mountain with the dogs. That's a different subject. So we go for a walk, and when I get up the top, I'll do a snake creeps down several times on both sides, stretching everything, and then we walk back down and come home. I've got into that recently, and it really is quite an eye-opener. So that's the posture for literally fixing your body. That's the greatest posture you can do for fixing your body. It works on the upper body as well, because you've got to put your hand out like this. Yang Lu Chan's form I'm talking about, not easy like Yang Chi Fu's form. Yang Lu Chan's form, difficult, stretching. So the other one for the energy of balancing is the Qigong, and you'll notice I've made great talks about this in the past, and it's the one that we do all to excess in the 12 Qi development tools, and of course course, you can do it on the other side as well. It's the old lift hands posture. No heel on the ground, totally empty foot. Other foot is totally empty. And that's the posture. That's why when you're doing the Tai Chi, you get to hear, I've said this many times before, but this, as soon as you get to there, you feel this activation or this balancing feeling up. And as soon as your foot comes off the ground, there it is. You're balanced. Your whole yin and yang energy is just balanced, holding this posture. It's quite an amazing energy posture. Hands go all blotchy. And there's a red mark right in the middle of my hand there, where it should be, where the pericardium 8 is. And that's what should happen. And it's quite an amazing posture, just holding it.
You do it both sides then, like for 3 minutes or 5 minutes each side?
You do it for, the least amount should be 7 inhalations and exhalations, 7 sets of breath on each side, because remember you're standing low on one leg, so it does get a bit sore when you're standing here. But you will find that because you're doing it correctly and the arms are in the correct place, you'll find that you can stand there for a lot longer if you're going, oh, I'm going to stand here like this, and but you do find, and when you go to the other side, you'll find, because that energy is really circulating now, you'll find you can stand here longer. And then when you go back the other side, you find, whoa, that's new, I can stand here for even longer. Because the energy's starting to flow. A few hours later, you're walking home like this. It's like sleeping on your arm, you can't feel anything, and then all of a sudden, but yeah, that's, so the least amount of time is 7, they say 7 inhalations and exhalations. And that will be, you'll find that quite a long time, because remember, we're breaking a rule. We're taking the knee past the toe, because we're at an advanced level. We're not just doing it like that now. We're going down, and the foot's off the ground. It's best to go into it, even if you're just standing here like we do in the Chi development tools. It's best to drop your hands down, sink into your back foot, and now up. As soon as that left foot goes empty, you start to feel something, and you roll your hands up. See how the hands are rolling in? The rolling thunder, we call it. Up. And then the hands are just in. And then when they sink in, that's when you drop your weight down when your hands sink into posture. So now my knees should be beyond my toes now, is it? Oh, it's a long way. What are you doing, Harge? It's right there. See, look, it's right out there. But yeah, the rule is you go down as far as you can, but don't fall over. That's a rule. Okay, so that's the first one. What this does is balance the energy, it balances yin and yang energy out in your whole body, your whole system. Every meridian is toned up when you simply stand in that posture. That's why when you notice me, I'm going through the form, we're coming up to Lhasa Alpu, brush knee and twist step. Right from here, you'll notice I slow down greatly from here. I don't slow down. So that's where I'm starting to slow down from, on the lift hands posture. So if you can find time, just if you can, on the morning you don't have time to do anything, do that and do that. Try, if you can, doing it 3 times on each side with 7 breaths, and that'll really set you up for the day, just balancing everything out, getting you ready for your day's work. The other one, of course, snake reach down. Snake!